Hey everybody, I am so excited to introduce you to my friend Caroline today. Caroline, welcome to BecomingMeTV.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy for you to be here, and I can't wait for all of you to hear Caroline's story and be encouraged because y'all, this woman inspires me every single day just through Instagram alone. So I'm just pumped for you to hear her story. And Caroline, to kick it off, why don't you just share who you are?
Yeah. Well, first off, I'm a new mom. And so my little girl is 2.5 weeks old. And so she is chilling with us right now. So just show you guys.
I love it.
Say hi. Trying to get her to go to sleep. So I apologize if you guys hear any little like baby wiggles or noises or whatever, or any screams. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah, so my name's Caroline Foster. I am a wife, a new mom. I live right outside of Nashville, Tennessee. Let's see what else. I'm the oldest of 6 kids, which I think is a random fact. And that's made a huge impact on who I am, but I'll get into that later. I run a fitness blog, or faith and fitness blog called Fit for His Glory. And the purpose of it is really to serve women in health and fitness while sharpening them to be like Jesus. And so my goal is just to help women really discover how they can care for their bodies and do it God's way, ultimately. I think that, the fitness industry is just a dirty, nasty place. And so I'm just looking to really shed light and be the light for the Lord in that space. So that's kind of who I am and what I do. I also work full-time in marketing, where I manage 16 crazy college students. But that's another story for another day. So
wow,
that's me. And, that's kind of my jam.
I love it. You're the definition of a girl boss for sure. Oh my goodness. You're a mover and a shaker. And for everybody watching too, we'll have all the links for Fit for His Glory and Caroline in this post as well. So you can make sure to follow along and tap into Fit for His Glory because it's incredible. But I would love for you to just take a couple minutes and unpack your story. What has made you who you are today?
Yeah, definitely. So like I said a second ago, I'm the oldest of 6 kids. And so growing up, I've always kind of been, the leader, the bossy one, I guess you'd say. So I'm 28 and my youngest brother is 9. So there's a huge age gap. Actually, my parents, I grew up, my parents had me and my brother and then had another brother who was severely disabled. And so that really made a huge impact on who I am today. Just the Lord allowing me to be a part of his story and his journey and him have a huge impact on us. And so my parents had us 3 and then they had 3 more. And so it was just so fun growing up and, having a brother with several disabilities and that kind of thing. You just learned a lot about what it looked like to be humble and kind of, roll with the punches. And so that made a huge impact on me. Hey, okay. Sorry guys. And so, and then also growing up, my parents are entrepreneurs. They've owned their own business for, 30 plus years at this point. And so growing up around them and just seeing their fire and, their passion, for the Lord, but also just how they've used their talents and abilities, things that made to other people look like, well, that's not working in ministry or that's not working in the church, but how they were able to use their callings and their gifts for God's glory through their business and just the people that they come in contact with, the way they manage their people. And so that has also made a huge impact on who I am. And I would say that's what really has given me so much of a passion and desire to take something that can be super secular or maybe a job that doesn't seem like, how's the Lord getting the glory in this? And really looking for ways to point people to Christ in those things. So that's kind of me and my story.
That's incredible. I had no idea either of your family story and how that has shaped and molded you. You can just see the fingerprints of how that has impacted who you are today. That's incredible. We're kind of hanging out, and if you were hanging out with another woman having coffee or tea, smoothie, or you're doing a workout together, what would you say to encourage her on her own becoming journey?
Yeah. It's funny that you asked me this because this morning, literally in my quiet time with the Lord, I was just going over something very similar to this, and how the Lord just really like gives each of us a unique gift and talent. And all right. And, I think that's what's so special and what's so cool. I think so many times we want to look to the right and the left and compare ourselves with other people and the way that they do things and their calling and their story and where they get to work. And, even for me, it's easy to be like, why does she get to be a stay-at-home mom and I can't do that right now? Or, we say all these things to ourselves, or, why does, I have friends who are going through infertility and it's like, well, why does she get to have a baby? Or friends who are single and they want to be married, and I think it's one of those things where first of all, I always tell my friends, I'm like, everybody's going to have a struggle in their life. We're all going to go through things. And what's a struggle for me and something I go through might look different from what you go through. But the Lord's faithful, Abe. And then, in our callings, like we're all different. We're all unique. And so just owning that and knowing that no matter what it is that God's gifted you with, that's you, and you can use that for His glory. Maybe you're a great speaker, maybe you're a great writer, maybe you're awesome at painting. There's little ways that every day we can spread God's love through our talents and abilities. And so, just reminding ourselves that, hey, like God gave that to you, and that's something that you can use. I always think about, and in my study this morning, I was thinking about how people who are really great painters, or people who are really great at writing songs, or they're creative or whatever, like, you can use those little things. Like maybe you are great at painting someone's house and you can go over and just help your friend out. And that's a way you can love them. And so sometimes it's little things that we think are just so insignificant, but really God's like, hey, no, you can use that for me. In our churches, in our communities. And so, that's what I always tell my friends. I'm like, girl, like just because, you're not great at social media and you don't want to write devotionals and you don't want to talk to a bunch of people, that's okay. Like you have a special gift. And so that's my mantra. And I just am constantly telling women, like, community over competition, because that's what it's about. And we can all find things about ourselves that we don't like, or that we kind of want to change up, or that we wish we were good at. But ultimately, like, God gifted us with something special for a reason. So
I love that, community over competition. And I think it's so easy to think we're the only ones who struggle with something like that. Or you look at someone else's social media and you'd be like, well, she has it all together. She's perfect. There's no way she would be doubting her calling. And we all do. I love how you worded that. And just owning who we are. There's freedom in that. That's incredible.
Exactly. And I work with a lot of teenage girls. So I lead like a sophomore small group, and I've spoke at some of their retreats and stuff. And that's, it just makes me so sad, because they're looking at us as women, and they, like, these teen girls who are growing up, like, they're looking at us to be an example of like how you don't have to be so insecure and care so much about everyone thinks. And so, I think sometimes too, just knowing that, like, how you react and how you use your story is impactful for other people. And, I don't know, it's something I always think about as well. So
absolutely. I love that. That's a good word. Really good word. Well, hey, where can women connect with you, connect with Fit for His Glory?
Yeah. So I am like a lover of Instagram. So that's the first place you can find me. We actually connected on Instagram.
Yes,
so
we did.
There we go. Boom sauce. It's the best place to meet people. I'm just saying. I am like, Facebook's not that great anymore, but whatever. I still use it because I know a lot of you people out there love it. But yeah, so Instagram, Facebook, I'm on all that stuff, not the Twitter, because I just hate Twitter, to be honest. And like, I literally the last time I probably tweeted was like 4 years ago. So, and then obviously I have a blog. It's fitforhisglory.co. So that confuses a lot of people. They're why not.com? But CO, and I have a blog there. I actually have a couple of different things on my blog.
Awesome.
There's a business basics portion. So if you're a woman who's in business and you just want tips or tricks or anything like that, you can go there. And then also just like my blog where I talk about everything from faith and fitness. I also have a devotionals tab there, and actually a free devotional book that you can download. It's a 14-day devotional, and it's all faith and fitness devotions. It's an ebook that you can download for free. So
That's incredible.
Yeah.
We'll have all the links for you so you don't have to worry about getting confused by .co or .com or anything like that. So you can just click the buttons on this post and definitely download those resources as well. I just downloaded your devotional the other day and it is so good.
Thanks.
So good. Yeah,
I'm so glad.
I love it. Well, hey, thanks for taking the time to hang today, to share your story, who you're becoming. I really, really appreciate it.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you guys for listening in, and keep following all the awesome stuff happening here, because she's a mover and a shaker. So
Right back at you, girl.